It was the third Tuesday of the month, budget stretch day, as Daniel Carter called it. The 41-year-old single dad sat on a city bench outside a thrift store in rural Missouri, sipping lukewarm coffee from a cracked thermos while his 7-year-old daughter, Mia, played quietly beside him with a crumpled McDonald's toy. He had just finished his night shift as a mechanic and was counting the last few dollars in his wallet, trying to figure out how to make them last until Friday's paycheck. His stomach growled, but he ignored it. Mia came first. Always. Just then, a woman stumbled onto the bench beside them, her coat torn at the sleeve, holding two small boys close, one barely older than Mia, the other in a stroller with worn-out wheels. Her eyes were glassy but proud, trying hard not to look desperate. "I'm sorry, I needed to sit down," she said, not quite meeting his eyes. "No worries," Daniel replied gently. "Long day?" She gave a tired laugh. "Long life." They shared a brief silence before the younger boy started to cry. She tried to hush him, reaching into a bag for a cracker that wasn't there. Daniel saw it, the hunger. The quiet kind. The kind he knew too well. "You guys eaten today?" he asked cautiously. The woman hesitated, embarrassed. "Not really." Daniel looked down at his wallet. $12. He stood and cleared his throat. "Come on. There's a diner down the road. Not fancy, but they've got pancakes for $3. The woman's eyes widened. "You don't have to." "I want to," he cut in, offering a smile. "Kids shouldn't go hungry. Mine knows what it's like. I'd rather spend the last of my cash with people who'll actually smile back." The woman blinked back tears. "I'm Ella. Daniel. And this is Mia." They walked together down the road to a faded yellow diner called Rosie's Grill. The booths were cracked vinyl, the ketchup bottles sticky, and the waitress knew Daniel by name. He ordered a big plate of pancakes, eggs, and toast for the kids. He and Ella shared a cup of coffee. Mia made the boys laugh with her silly faces, and for a little while, the weight of life lifted off all their shoulders. As they were finishing up, Ella excused herself for a moment. Daniel noticed her whisper something to the waitress, who suddenly stood up straighter and nodded. When Ella returned, she looked almost nervous. "I have a confession," she said, cheeks flushing. "I wasn't totally honest earlier." Daniel raised an eyebrow. "You don't owe me anything, Ella." She smiled, then turned to the waitress. "Jenny, would you mind telling him?" The waitress grinned. "Sir, you just fed the owner of Rosie's Grill. All 47 locations." Daniel blinked. "What?" Ella nodded. "I started this chain 10 years ago. Came from nothing. Just like you. Built it from a food truck with my late husband. But after he passed, I lost my drive. I was trying to visit some of the old diners, feel something again, but I got overwhelmed. My car broke down nearby, and I left my phone at the last location. I was too proud to ask for help." Daniel was speechless. Ella looked at him, eyes now clear and strong. "You didn't know who I was. You didn't expect anything. You just helped." "I've been where you are," Daniel said quietly. "No one should have to beg to be seen." Ella smiled. "And that's exactly why I want you to come work for me. I've been looking for someone with heart. I'd like to start a new initiative, Rosie's Hope, Meals for Families in Need. And I want you to run it." Daniel stared at her, his throat tight. "I'm just a mechanic." "You're a father who gave away his last $12 for someone else's kids," she replied. "That's who I need." Mia ran up just then, a syrup stain on her cheek. "Daddy, can we come here every day?" Daniel laughed, blinking fast to keep the tears in. "Maybe, sweetheart. Maybe we can." 1 year later. A bright banner hung across the original Rosie's Grill, grand opening of Rosie's Hope, free meals served daily, no questions asked. Daniel stood at the front door in a new polo shirt with the logo stitched on his chest. Mia passed out flyers with pride. Ella stood beside them, her boys chasing Bubbles nearby. What started as a $12 breakfast had become a movement. Every diner in the chain now offered a Hope Hour, where anyone could eat for free. Donations came pouring in. Lives were changing. And all because one tired dad refused to walk away from a hungry mom and her kids. Kindness doesn't require wealth, just a heart willing to give. You never know whose life you're touching, or who might just change yours in return.